Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we will begin continuing our discussion on business decision making for XAT paper. We have gone through a lot of questions on BDM in the previous two videos. People who are new to the channel or who have not seen the previous videos, please subscribe to the channel and go, watch the earlier two videos so that you get a better understanding of the strategies and the concepts that are required for BDM questions. So after that, you will be able to clearly follow the third installment or this part. So for the others, we'll go to the third part of the BDM questions. Here again, the strategy remains the same. Understand the whatever situation is given to you properly first, then understand not just the stated facts but the implied facts as well. Then see what is the question, or then go through the options, eliminate all the wrong options, and which are the options that are not eliminated, that will be your likely answers, out of which you have to select the best answer by applying your logic. So this is the strategy you should be following in all BDM questions. Now we will go to the question straight away. So the scenario is given here. Please take some time to read the scenario properly. The meanings of some difficult words are given in the bottom so that your understanding becomes perfect. As you can see, the scenario is talking about a poor girl who lives in a slum in a very big city, and the slum is having a lot of population. They are all living in very small tenements, means small one-room houses, and a lot of alleys and bylanes are there in this particular slum. And her mother is working intermittently, means not regularly. She is working infrequently as a daily wager in again a small savory factory. Savory means as a small type of snack or a dish that you take with your tea, that is so salty or a spicy dish like your samosa, chaat, etc. They are all called savories. So she's already working in a savory factory, but not frequently or regularly. She is working very infrequently, and then this girl, she has to spend a lot of time fetching water, then preparing breakfast and lunch for her mother, and then she had to prepare the supper. And in the evening she is attending a bridge school. Bridge school means it is a school for dropouts, people who are not attending regular schools. They can attend the connecting schools where they can cover the portions, and then can write some qualifying exams and pass the exams and get the qualifications like your plus 10th and plus 2, etc., like that. So that is a bridge school. And she has observed, and then being very enterprising means hardworking and very quick to spot some opportunities. She has observed that there is a TCS stall, means a tea comes every stall near her house, and a lot of people are frequenting the stall because they have no other alternative. That means it is the only stall available there, and the owner is not able to cater to all the people. That means there is a lot of demand, but supply is not able to meet the demand. But still, anyway, he is making a profit of 800 rupees after all the expenses. So then is seeing an opportunity here, because the demand is there. So if she opens a tea comes every stall on her own, she also will be able to make some money out of it. These are the facts given to you. Now let us go to the questions. All right. So the question is about how then can improve the chances of her dream becoming a reality. Means she wants to start a venture like a TCS, or she wants to start a TCS because the existing TCS it is not able to cater to all the customers. So a lot of demand is there. So she is obviously interested in starting a TCS. But which are the options which can help her in the best possible manner in realizing her dream? This is what you have to find. Option A: request mother to fetch water for the household. So here it is the statement is assuming that almost all the time that Dan is utilizing is for fetching the water for the household. But from the passage we know that she is spending only 2 hours per day, not for just for fetching the water, but for preparing and breakfast and lunch for her mother. So for these two things together, she is spending 2 hours every day. So even if she is asking mother to fetch water for the household, she might be able to save only 1 hour. But the other things she has to do on her own, so that is not going to be effective in making her able to pursue her dream. So this is not a good answer. Option B: hire someone at rupees 10 per day to fetch water for the household. This is not a practical suggestion because they are already very much economically disadvantaged. You can see from the passage that they don't have too much income, and her mother is also not working regularly. She is working only in on an intermittent basis. So for such a family, it is not possible. It is not really practical to hire somebody by paying rupees 10 per day that just for fetching water, because anyway she is spending on less than 1 hour fetching water. So that is not going to be economically viable for her. So not a good suggestion. Option C: request mother to stop working and be a partner in the new venture. This is a good suggestion because from the passage we know that her mother is already working in a savory factory. So she, even though infrequently, she is still working in a savory factory. So her mother is having some experience of preparing the savories that then wants to sell. So then is already intending to start a TCS shop or a tea cum savory shop. So she can utilize the experience and expertise of her mother in preparing the savory. So if she is able to make her mother a partner, two advantages will be there. One, then will be relieved of all the household chores and duties that she is already doing because her mother was working. So she will be able to concentrate full time on her business, and her mother also can contribute meaningfully because the mother has the experience of working in a savory factory. So these two advantages will help then in realizing her dream. So this is a good answer. Option D: stop going to bridge school. This is not a good answer because she, from the passage we know that she is attending the bridge school after all the her daily chores are completed. So maybe in her free time in the evening she is going. So this just by stopping going to the bridge school, she might be saving some time in the evening only, not during the daytime. So that is not going to help her in realizing her dream. Option E: request mother to pack her own breakfast and lunch. So again, we from the passage we know that Dan is spending around 1 hour or less than 2 hours anyway for preparing breakfast and lunch for the mother. So just for saving the 2 hours, requesting mother is not going to be practically possible or practically helpful in the for then in prepare, realizing her dream, because she might be saving only 2 hours in a day if she requests her mother to pack her own breakfast and lunch. So that also is not a good answer. The here we have a better answer in option C because her mother is already experienced in preparing savories. Second thing, if her mother becomes a partner, then we'll have a lot of time to concentrate fully on the business because the mother will take care of all the other household chores. So that way, in two ways, this will be helping then in realizing her dreams. Option C is the clear answer here. No other answers are correct or proper answers or better answers than option C. So C should be your answer. Next question. So this scenario is stating that has already started at TCS. It is doing very well. It has established a reputation for itself in the slum. A lot of people are having food from our TCS, and it has grown into a brand known as Dan Danadan. And now Dan is planning to go for the next step in expanding the business. She wants to reach to the city customers or in the nearby metropolitan area. She wants to extend the savory business to the metropolitan area by scaling up the production tenfold. That means from 100 kg to 1000 kg, she wants to scale up the production. But her concern is regarding the maintenance of quality, because she does not have the space for expansion. That is also a problem. Now your question is to find an option that will help then to scale up the production with these conditions. That means least investment, means not much investment should be there. Quality control should be very good. That means the existing quality should be maintained, because that is how she has grown so big, because her business has grown big because they have maintained quality. So she wants to retain that quality and also to protect her business interests. That means three conditions are there while scaling up: least investment, tight quality control, and protecting your business interests. So with these three conditions in mind, which is the best option, that is what you have to find. Option A, provide the savory dough and preparation instructions to 100 willing women in the slum and co-opt them as business partners. So if you ask this or 100 willing women or 100 women who are willing to prepare the savories on her behalf, they will be given the necessary instructions and the necessary material. They will be preparing the dishes, and they will be acting as business partners. Means if they'll be given a part of the profit. So this is going to be a practical suggestion, because she does not have any space for expansion on her own, that is given to us. As a result of which, this method or this model will be very helpful, where she does not need too much space. You only have to provide the ingredients as well as the instructions to the people. They will be making the dishes, and this when these dishes, if they are sold, then the money will be shared between them. This is a good suggestion. Option A, keep it in your mind. This could be a probable answer. Option B, buy additional space within the slum and establish our own manufacturing unit. So the space constraint can be solved by buying additional space. But the problem is that here we know that there are three conditions that she has to follow. One is the least investment. So if you start buying additional space, the least investment condition will not be met. You will have to make more investment, and then is not in a position to do that. So this is not going to be a good or a practical suggestion. So you can ignore it. Option C, lease space in the metropolitan region and establish a manufacturing unit. Again, the same problem. She is facing the space constraints, we know that, but that problem cannot be solved by leasing space in the metropolitan area. Where when you lease space in the city area, definitely it is going to be costly. So this will conflict with the least investment policy or the condition she has to maintain. So because she has to again invest a lot of money, that is not going to be possible. So this is why this also is not a good suggestion. Remove this. Option D, outsource the production along with secret recipes to a mass savory production unit outside the slum. So the space constraint can be solved by outsourcing the production to a very big savory production unit which is situated outside the slum. So two issues are there here. One is the investment issue, because when you outsource the production, you again have to pay some money to the production unit which is situated outside the slum. That is one issue. Second issue is the secret recipes. So when you give the recipes or the secret recipes to the production unit outside, what will happen? It is again going against her business interest, because the savory production unit will get to know her secrets or business secrets. They might be copying those secrets or pirating those strategies, as a result of which our business interest could be affected. So this again, this option again is going against the condition of investment and against the condition of protecting her business interest. So not a good answer. Option E, stop catering to the slum dwellers and start serving the metropolitan region exclusively. Means you stop serving to the slum dwellers and start serving. This is again a completely impractical suggestion, because her main business is from the slum people or the slum dwellers. So if you stop catering to the slum dwellers, what will happen? Her existing business will dry up. Whatever income she is earning, that is going to be stopped. So that is not at all a practical suggestion, because she has not yet started the metropolitan business. So giving away the existing business in the hope of getting new business is not a practical idea at all. So this is why it is also not a good suggestion. So out of the options given here, the best suggestion that can help in scaling up the production and reaching to more people will be the first option, option A. So option A should be your answer. Then the third question. So this is a continuation of the previous question. So here then has found a method, or found a method to uh, scale up the production. Means production issue is solved. She is able to increase the production. Now the question of marketing the product. So she wants to create a market for this Dandanadan brand in the metropolitan area or in the city area. So her brand is very well known in the slum areas, but not well known in the city area. So she wants to market it into the among the city customers, and which is the most effective method of marketing this her product into the city among the city customers. That is the question, or the question is asking you to find an option which is the best option to sell her products for the maximum number of metropolitan customers. So you have to see the options one by one and select the most logically correct option. Option A: hire a few sales executives to sell products of Dandanadan brand. So this seems like a good option. You hire a sales executives sell products of Dandanadan brand among the city customers. So probable answer. Keep it in your mind. Option B: overwhelm the metropolitan residents with the digital advertisements on Instagram. So this is not a practical suggestion, because from the passage we know that Dan is a 15-year-old girl. She is not very literate. She is a school dropout. That is why she is attending the bridge school. So such a person will not be too much digitally literate, and we cannot expect them to overwhelm. Overwhelm means issue a lot of digital advertisements through Instagram and all. She will not be technically qualified to do that. So this is not a practical suggestion. Option C: reach out to the malls and high-end retail stores in the metropolitan region through a few marketing executives. Again, it is talking about hiring marketing executives to sell the products. Probably a good suggestion. Again, option A and C are similar suggestions. Option A saying the sales executives, or option C again marketing executives. When you have two similar options, you can be very sure that this will not be your answer. So since A and C are similar options, two correct answers cannot be there for the question. So since A and C are talking about the same thing, only difference is C is talking about targeting malls and high-end retail stores, whereas A is talking about just selling the products to all the city areas. So the only reason why you can think C as not a good option is targeting the malls and high-end retail stores. See, her product is a TCS, or a tea comes every stall. So she is selling only small snacks which are salty and which are generally consumed along with tea and all. So you cannot expect those kind of things to be sold in malls or high-end retail stores. So when you try to target certain customers, so the targeted people should be the people who are potential consumers. So here in this case, the targeted people in malls and high-end retail stores may may not be the potential consumers that Dunn is looking for. So this is why C is again a wrong answer. Option D, engage slum dwellers commuting daily to the metropolitan region for work to sell the products on a commission basis. Good answer, because when you engage the slum dwellers, they are already customers of Dandanathan brand, so they know the quality of the product, so they are the best ambassadors for the product. So they, if they are engaged on a commission basis to sell the products to this metropolitan region, they will be the most effective people in selling the product. So it is a better strategy than hiring sales executives, because sales executives do not know about the product. They are not going to be as effective as the original consumers of the product. So that is why D is a better answer. And since they are getting a commission, these people will be more interested in doing this, because they are anyway commuting daily to the metropolitan region. So for them, there is no extra cost. They only have to go on their daily work, and along with the daily work, they can do the marketing of these products, and they'll get some additional commission. So this will be a very, very effective method for both the Dandanathan brand as well as the people who are acting as the marketing agents. So D will be a good answer. Option E, hire a celebrity who currently endorses a diamond jewelry, etc., etc. So a person who is endorsing a diamond jewelry will be a very big celebrity. He will be charging a very high amount for endorsing a brand. Then will not be obviously financially capable of hiring such celebrities for endorsing a brand. So this is not a good answer. So the best answer, which is cost effective and efficient, is option D. So option D will be your answer to this question. Okay, go to the next question. This is again kind of a BDM question where you have to make certain conclusions. So conclusions, by the way, are based on facts. So a lot of facts will be given to you, or any unstated fact that is supported by the stated fact can be a conclusion, or anything you can conclude from whatever is given to you becomes a conclusion. So this is the theory behind conclusion. So essential idea is that all conclusions should be supported by facts provided to you. So once you have this understanding, read the passage and find the conclusion. So the passage is arguing for stronger patent laws, because when there are strong patent laws, it will lead to less piracy of the products. Means people will not be pirating or copying the products made by a manufacturer in an unlawful or illegal manner, because they will be likely to be prosecuted. So that is why the passage says that stronger patent laws will motivate manufacturers to go for production of new products and technologies, because they know that their products or their technologies will not be copied illegally or pirated. So they will be interested to invest in development of new products and technologies. When new products and technologies are developed, that will definitely improve the productivity. Manufacturers' productivity can be improved by developing new technologies or products. So fundamentally, the passage is saying that stronger patent laws will lead to more investment, and when more investment is there, more productivity will be there for the manufacturer. This is the idea. Now you have to find a conclusion that can be drawn from the information. As I said earlier, any conclusion should be supported by the facts given in the passage. Option A, stronger patent laws tend to benefit financial institutions as well as manufacturers. If you exclude the financial institutions phrase, then this will be a good conclusion, because we don't know anything about financial institutions. We have not talked anything about financial institutions in the passage. So when you say stronger patent laws tend to benefit financial institutions, this is not a proper conclusion. You can only say that stronger patent laws tend to benefit manufacturers. So as a result of this is not a good answer. Option B, increased productivity in manufacturing is likely to be accompanied by the creation of more manufacturing jobs. Again, the same problem we know that increased productivity will be there when stronger patent laws are going to be introduced, but whether it will create more manufacturing jobs, we don't know, because we are not told anything about the jobs that are going to be created because of the increased productivity. The passage only says that more stronger patent laws will lead to more investment, more investment, more productivity. That's all. Whether this more productivity is accompanied by more manufacturing jobs, we cannot say, because they might be using technology, means there is no need that more manufacturing jobs should be there created. They might be going in for more technological innovations, as a result of which productivity will be increased, but jobs are not created. That possibility is also there. So you cannot have this as a conclusion, because the theory is that any conclusion should be supported by the facts. This phrase is not supported by the facts given in the passage. So B is not a good answer. Option C, manufacturers will decrease investment in the development of new products and technologies unless there are strong patent laws. So here it says that if there are no good patent laws, manufacturers will not be investing in new products and technologies. You might think that this is a good answer. This is a reverse logic. What the logic in the passage is saying, when you have stronger patent laws, manufacturers are encouraged to invest in development of new products and technologies. But can you say that if no strong patent laws are there, manufacturers will not be investing in development of new products and technologies? We cannot say that. That is not a good conclusion. We can only, because just because A is equal to B in critical reasoning, B need not be equal to A. So this is why this may not be a good answer. We can say that this could be a probable answer. Yes, this is likely. If manufacturers are not having good patent laws, they will not be encouraged to invest more in producing new or developing new products and technologies. This is a probable answer, but you cannot say with conviction or confirmation that this is definitely going to happen. So you option C is a probable answer, not a fully correct answer. Now go to D. The weakness of current patent laws has been a cause of economic recession. So here it says that because there are no good patent laws, economic recession is happening in the country. Again, we don't know anything about whether economic recession is there or not there. The passage is not making any references to economic recession. It only says that when there are good patent laws, there will be more investment. More investment means more productivity. Just because patent laws are weak, there is a recession. This is not implied in the passage. Again, not a good answer. Option is stronger patent laws would stimulate improvements in productivity for many manufacturers. So this again is a good answer, because it says that the passage is not directly telling you that stronger patent laws are giving increasing in productivity. The passage is saying that stronger patent laws will lead to more investment, and more investment will lead to more productivity. And from these facts, you can make the conclusion that stronger patent laws will indirectly lead to more productivity. So this is what option E is also saying. Option E is saying the stronger patent laws will stimulate improvements in the productivity for many manufacturers. So this is not directly stated but implied. So that is why we can take it as a conclusion. So you have a good answer option E, a probable answer option C. So out of C and E, E is the better answer, because E is very clearly a conclusion, whereas C is only a probable conclusion. We cannot say with guarantee or surety that this is definitely going to happen, whereas E is a clear answer. And one more thing about E is that many of you might think that the E is a fact. E is not a fact. Fact is what is directly given in the passage. Anything that is implied or indirectly inferred is not a fact. That can be an inference or a conclusion. So here we know from the passage that patent laws are going to increase the investment, and investment will lead to productivity. So these two facts are given to us. From this we can deduce that stronger patent laws will indirectly lead to more productivity. This is what option E is also saying. So option E is the best conclusion that you can draw from the passage given. So E should be your answer, not C. Okay, the next question. So you have to, this is a sentence completion uh, task that you have to do. So sentence completion means you have to logically follow whatever is stated in the passage, and how you can complete the sentence is the most logical manner. So the flow of logic in the passage is what you have to be carefully watching, and then you have to find an option that will automatically be the most logical uh, phrase that will complete the passage. So here the passage is talking about how live shows are used in by amusement parks. So they are used deliberately to influence the crowd movements. And lunchtime, what happens, a lot of pressure will be there on the restaurants, because all the people who are visitors to the amusement parks, they will be going for lunch together to the restaurant. So there will be a lot of pressure on the restaurants. So what the park authorities are doing, they will conduct certain live shows at that particular time. So at least some people will be, their attention will be diverted towards the live shows. They will be going for the live shows, so that the restaurants will have less number of footfalls, and they will be able to cater to the customers in a very orderly and efficient manner without having too much of a rush in the restaurants. This is what happens during lunchtime. And evening time, what happens? Evening time, all the people who are visitors, they will be in a hurry to leave the park at the in the after visiting the all the amusement rides and etc. and all. So at that time, these people, these park authorities conduct live shows in order to retain the people inside the park itself till dinner time, so that all of them stay for supper, so that the restaurants can be getting some clients in the evening also for their dinner menus. So that this is the strategy that the park authorities are using while conducting live shows in the evening. So this is the logic. And then the last sentence is, behind this surface divergence in immediate purpose. What is the meaning of this phrase? Surface divergence, as it is given, apparent difference. So there is a difference in the immediate purpose on how the live shows are used at various times. For example, during lunchtime, the live shows are used to reduce the rush in the parks restaurants, and in the evening time, the live shows are used to increase the footfall in the parks restaurants. So this is why there is a surface divergence in immediate purpose, means there is a difference in the purpose on how live shows are used at different times. That means in lunchtime to reduce the crowd, and in the evening time to increase the crowd. So that is there is a surface divergence. But behind the surface divergence in immediate purpose, there is a unified underlying goal. So what is the unified underlying goal? So there are two different purposes of live shows at lunchtime and dinner time. Lunchtime purpose is to reduce the crowd in restaurants. Evening time, the purpose is to increase the crowd in the restaurants. And but behind this, the surface divergence, there is a unified underlying goal. So what is the unified underlying goal? It is to maximum utilize the restaurants to the maximum, or to get maximum benefit out of the restaurants in the park. This is the unified underlying goal. So once you understand this, you can easily find an answer. Option A, keeping the lines at the various sides short by drawing of part of the crowd. This cannot be your answer, because it is not the unified underlying goal. This is the goal. This is not a goal at all, because keeping the lines at various sides short is not going to be a goal at all, because the park is not worried about the length of the lines. The park is only worried about the length of the lines in the restaurants during lunchtime. But we have to find a unified underlying goal. So this is not your answer. Option B, enhancing revenue by attracting people who come only for the live shows and then leave the park. This is not correct, because there may not be many people who are coming only for the live shows. Even if they are coming, there is no guarantee that they are going to go to the restaurants. This again is not a good answer. Option C, avoiding as far as possible traffic jams caused by visitors entering or leaving the park. This cannot be a unified goal. This will be a goal in the evening, but at lunchtime this cannot be a goal. So this is not a good answer, because we need to have an answer that gives you the unified objective in both the cases, during lunchtime and in the evening, how the live shows are used by the park authority. So this cannot be an answer. Option D, encouraging as many people as possible to come to the park in order to eat at the restaurants. This cannot be an answer, because that's not the purpose of the live shows at all. It is the restaurants are not the main attractions in any amusement park. It is the rides and the other live shows. So this is not going to be an answer. Option E, utilizing the restaurants at optimal levels for as much of the day as possible. So this is a good answer. Optimal level means maximum utilization of the restaurant. So in the afternoon, when there is too much crowd, the maximum utilization can be achieved by staggering the crowd. Means by some of the crowd can be diverted for the live shows, and after the live shows are over, they will come and have lunch. In the meantime, other people will be having lunch. So the maximum utilization of the restaurants will be done during lunchtime. And in the evening, when restaurants are generally going to be empty, if all the people leave the park in the evening, the restaurants will not be having any business in the evening. So if they are made to stand inside or made to stay inside the amusement parks in the evening because of the live shows, they will again be coming back to restaurants to have their supper. So again, the restaurants will be having business. So this is the unified underlying goal, utilizing the restaurants at optimal levels for as much of the day as possible. So this is the correct statement that will fill up the blank here. So option E will be your answer. So that's all for now. I have tried to reduce the length of the video so that people can watch it in one go. If you have found the information that is given in the video useful, please like, share, and subscribe, and spread the word so that I can give or create more such videos like this for you, so that it will be helpful in your preparation. Thank you, and bye bye.